y'all. Hey, we're back. Welcome back. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. It's another edition of Queens of the Ring. This Freestyle Friday edition.
Yes.
Listen, y'all. Say what's up, BOXIANA.
Hey, y'all. Hey, friend. How
Hey,
y'all
friend.
doing? How y'all doing?
We're good. We're good. Come on in the house. Come on in the house. Listen, y'all. We started a thing last month with our March Madness, and it seemed to resonate with the people. So we're back again this Good Friday with another special guest. We have a young man from Ohio, and I have been eagerly awaiting his return to the ring. You guys, please help us welcome the wonderful Charles Bad News Conwell to the show. Hey, Charles.
What up, y'all? What up? What up?
Hey, okay, so listen, let me go ahead and shout out to some of the folks that's in here early. They come in good. You listen, we love to say hi to the folks because they come in here on a Friday night and it's a whole bunch of other stuff they could be doing. So we want to say what's up to Southpaw Boxing, Macados, Mac of the South, Pablo Escobar. Hey, Tay, how you doing? Shogun. OG Eric in St. Louis. We have Karma Serene. Hey, girl, hey. D21519. Hey, Drew Titan, how you doing? We have Frank from the land, Miami, Snoopy 305, Jeff the producer, Blessed Two Fish, DS, Stephen L. the Mac, Pablo Escobar again, Jeff the producer, Phenomenal Mexican. We have Harvey Johnson. Salute to the beautiful Black Queens. Thank you. Hey, Harvey. We have Big Tex, Austin Cletus Smith, Julia Streeter, Pugilism and Politics, Frank from the Land, Writing Yogi, Jay Good. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room, Mr. Monts. Good evening, ladies. Good evening, Mr. Mont. So listen, we're going to get right into it. We don't hold the folks long because, like I said, it's a Good Friday. But we are very happy to have you here. And you guys, I was doing a little prepping and I found out some good news. So, Mr. Charles, why don't you tell the people when your next fight is?
Yeah, I'm getting back in the ring May 5th in Canada. It's gonna be on the Probellum card. It's gonna be a little tune-up for a big year coming up.
Okay, cool. Excellent. BOXIANA. So again, y'all, this wonderful interview is courtesy of my good friend BOXIANA, who is behind the scenes doing her thug-thism. Do you have anything for Mr. Conwell?
Yes, I do, because we big on, you got a fight coming up, so we got to address it. We big on situations here. Like, I know you picking your stuff out and getting your stuff together. Music is a big deal. Do you have some music in mind?
I recently just, on the fun side, I just made a song with my friends. So hopefully I can walk out to my own song. If I can't walk out to my own song, I don't know what I'm gonna play. I haven't really thought about it that far yet.
Okay. Walk out to your own song.
Yeah.
If you gonna do it big. Right. That's how we do it. Do it big or go home. To come out to your own song, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen, you said you are you're fighting on May 5th. When did you sign with Probellum?
I signed with Probellum earlier this year. I forgot the exact month and day, but it was earlier this year. It's my first fight underneath him, so they're just looking to get me back active, and then from here we're gonna look for a big 2022.
Okay, cool. That's great. Probellum is signing a lot of interesting fighters. Probellum is really building up their stable over there. I'm glad to see it. Y'all better make some noise over there, Probellum. Right. So you fight at 154, and typically on our show we will cover weigh-ins. And this weekend there are a lot of cards at 154. So I heard you say this is like, what'd you call it? A tune-up. If you had your pick, who at 154 would you want to see next?
To be honest, to be politically correct, I really want to fight like an ex-world champion. Somebody like a world champion. It don't really matter which ex-world champion, just as long as he's ex-world champion. I want to get the experience of fighting ex-world champions and having those big names on my belt. so I can go right into the belts right after that.
Okay. All right. We have Nicholas Map. Hey, Nicholas, thanks for coming through. Good night, ladies. Thank you. BOXIANA, what else you got from Mr. Conwell?
Speaking of 154 names and big names, are there any specific names that you have in mind as far as big ex-world champions that you want to tap on?
I'll really fight any of them. J-Rock. Except my boy Tony Harrison. I rock with Tony Harrison. You know, I was in this. We always help each other out in camp. He sparred me. I spar him. So that's like a brother to me. Anybody other than him, I'm really open to fighting. I'm open to fighting other contenders too. It's not just ex-world champions. I just rather have the ex-world champion's name under my belt. So
okay. How did you end up choosing boxing? I asked this question to all the people that we have on the show, and I ask it because everybody always says, you know, you can play all kind of sports, but you cannot play boxing. How did you choose boxing and why?
I really didn't. I ain't gonna really say I chose boxing. My dad brought boxing to me. And I ain't really had nothing else to do. I was about 11, 12 years old. I ain't had nothing else to do. I was just a kid. Ain't having nothing else to do. So brought boxing to me. But he said once I start, I couldn't quit till I was 18. So I just made the sacrifice. When I first got to boxing, I really didn't like boxing, to be honest. I really didn't like boxing, but I just fell in love with winning and I was in shape. So that's how I really.
Did you play other sports in high school?
No, I ain't played no other sports in high school. Actually, in middle school, I played a little basketball, but I was coming off the bench, so
Okay, that don't count. That don't. Okay, we ain't gonna. That don't count. Okay. So,
I want to know. Look, can I ask something while you in between? Are you the only child? You have siblings?
He got siblings.
I got a lot of siblings. I got I'm the second youngest on my mother's side and on my dad's side. I got 7. My mom got 7 kids, and my dad got 4 kids. And I'm on the younger end, so.
You got older brothers?
Yeah, I got a lot of older brothers. My oldest brother probably I think he's 9 years older than me, so he probably like 30 something, like mid 30s.
Okay. Yeah. So once
I
you
got that box too. He's 16 and 02. His name is Isaiah Steen, super middleweight. So yeah, we the only 2 that really box in our family, but all my brothers box and my sisters box. So they just.
Okay, so ain't no Chris Rock, Will Smith situation going on in your house.
Right. Once it's
okay.
My older sister used to beat me up for a little minute until I started getting a little strong.
Yeah, you know, we girls would do that until about 10 or 11. Yeah, we be beating y'all up to about 10 or 11. Yeah, that's how that goes. Okay, we got MDK251 Jr. Thank you for coming through. We have Sam Seals. Salute Nik J and BOXIANA from West Australia by way of East Oakland. Oh, Cam Bussy going to get the tzatziki beat out of him by Deb. I hope so. I hope so.
I think that's a good fight, to be honest.
It is.
But I want Devin to win because I actually grew up coming through the amateurs with Devin. So I want all the young guys to win and be on top. So that's why. And plus, he black. Not trying to race into it, but you know.
No explanation needed over here, especially not over here. No explanation needed. Yeah, all that. We got Kondo Sami Hassan. How you doing? Salute to the Queens, Nik J, BOXIANA, and our brother, Bad News Conwell. Yeah. I told you they're gonna be up in here. We ready for you. We ready to see you fight next. We really are. So, okay. You said you grew up fighting. Who did you grow up looking at, and what kind of style do you? If somebody were to ask you what style of boxing or who you idolized growing up, who you patterned your style after, who would you say?
You know, my favorite fighter growing up, just because he was just so exciting, and I just liked him because he was such an interesting person, was Mike Tyson.
Okay.
I like Tyson a lot. And then like my favorite fighter to date, like on other than the young guys I came up with, is Canelo. So I like to really watch. I really like to watch Canelo a lot because I thought his style a little bit, but I really like it.
Our good friend BOXIANA here is.
That was the excellent answer. I mean, that was the greatest.
Yeah, I think he dope. I think he pound for pound.
Me too.
He alright. He alright. He okay. He all right. BOXIANA loved that answer though.
I do. I really did. That made me really happy to hear. Like, yes, that was yeah. I fix your face, friend. It's okay.
Who
It's
you
okay.
like?
I'm sorry.
Who your favorite fighter?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now, my favorite fighter is Errol Spence Jr.
I like Errol Spence too.
Yeah. Right now, my favorite fighter is Errol Spence Jr.
Yeah,
Now, overall, like I'm a big, huge Sugar Ray Leonard fan. Like huge Ray Leonard fan. Huge. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the good. I like both of those dudes too though. But
Yeah.
I just like the excitement of knockouts and stuff.
So are you an exciting knockout artist? Is that what you like to have in the ring?
Yeah, I like I like to win by knockout. I like to bring the pressure. I like to be aggressive. So yeah, that's what I would love to do with all my fights is knock them out. Why wouldn't I? It don't always go as planned, but I still like to bring a lot of action to the fight, and I still like to make the fight entertaining.
Okay, all right. BOXIANA, you have anything?
Yes. So you got a fight coming up. Are you expecting to knock him out? Are you prepared to knock him out?
Yeah, I'm prepared for whatever come. I would love to knock him out in the first round, the first minute. So, you know what I mean. But if it don't go to the first round, second round, it don't really matter to me. I just need to go in there and get this little ring rust off, and just get a quick little payday and bring it right back for something big later on this year.
Okay, so we're gonna dive a little deep, a little bit, just for a little bit. It's a lot of fighters, we've heard the term, it's become a term now. I know some people wear it on their trunks, Mr. Catch a Body, da 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 da. How does that make you feel, given your situation, when you see and hear fighters say that?
I don't take it literally. I don't think they really want to catch a body. I just think it's just a saying that's going around. I don't really think they go in there and hurt nobody to that extent. I just think that means just to knock the guy out. I don't really take it too serious. But for anybody who thinking like they want to do something like that, they shouldn't be even thinking like that in this type of game, because people need to go home to their families. They got family, friends, loved ones, want to love them and see them again. I don't try to take it as personal, like a mystery, catch a body, like really trying to catch a body, but just trying to get a KO and just look good doing
it. Yeah. Okay. We have a question from Frank from the land. What is the biggest challenge to transitioning from amateurs to pros, in your opinion?
I think the biggest challenge is slowing your pace down, because in the amateurs only 3-minute rounds. With the pros, you got to hold 12 rounds, 10 rounds, 6 rounds, 8 rounds, or whatever. So I think it's just slowing your pace down and just getting used to going a longer distance. But other than that, I feel like having no headgear, I did that in amateur, so I already had experience with that. But and them small gloves too, that's the real big difference too.
So the gloves are smaller in the amateurs?
No, in the pros, the gloves are smaller, less padding, like more.
Oh, you feel more pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
More.
Gotcha. Okay. BOXIANA?
You threw me off with that last. That was my brain went. I don't want to stay. Look, are we ready to move? Because I didn't want to stay in that same spot.
No,
okay.
You move.
If you had to say you had to model yourself after a fighter, like who's your style more like?
I don't think my style is exactly like nobody's, but to be honest, the style I like a lot is Canelo. I just think like his style is a perfect style for my type of fighter I want to be. I'm not really too much of a big fan of. I ain't gonna say I'm not too much of a big fan of boxing, but I'm not really. I don't prefer the box. I just, what I'm saying, still be right in front of you, but still be like moving and let my. I'm not with all dancing around the ring the whole time around in boxing in the ring.
Okay, so we have a big matchup tomorrow at 154, right? And I'll watch the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Huge height difference. Huge height difference. It looks like it should be a weight difference, but some kind of way it's only like 1.5 pounds or something. I don't know how this man makes. He was like 152. It's crazy. He came dressed like a mad scientist, had his glasses on, shirt tucked. I loved it. He is being who he is, true to himself. I loved it, you know. But who do you have in this fight?
To be honest, man, I think that's like a 50-50 fight. I really think that's a close, real fight. If you get an edge to anybody, it's going to be 55-45 for Erickson Lubin because he just fought. I feel like he fought the better competition point. But to be honest, that's a 50-50 fight to me. I'm not picking. I'm just going to be watching. I ain't picking nobody. I'm just going to be watching, just taking notes.
If you were fighting Fundora, how would you fight it? How would you approach the fight?
Well, you know, me personally, I just stay on the inside and press him the whole time because you're real long. You hit with one of them shots with a lot of velocity at the end of those shots. It can really hurt you. And I think he actually, I think he okay fighter. I think he a good fighter, but I have to stay on the inside because I'm a shorter guy and I have to work downstairs.
Okay.
So basically, you're not afraid to get in there and have to bang it out if you have to up close.
If somebody's 6'6", that's the only choice you got.
But what if he keeps you on the end of that jab? How do you get inside of it?
That's what y'all had to see it. You gotta just work. Gotta work your way in. It's really hard to explain how to do it. You just gotta do it. I don't know how to really explain it.
Okay. All right. We have another question from the chat. Moving up the ranks is important. What is your plan to get where you want to go?
I'm ranked in like 2 or 3 governing bodies now. So I want to just fight everybody. I want to fight ex-world champions, but if I can get those ex-world champions, I want to fight somebody like in the top 15 of the WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF, something like that, and just keep going up the rankings until I get a title eliminated. I don't think somebody would voluntarily fight me, and I think after this Charlo Casano fight, if Charlo wins, he's gonna vacate and move up. So belts will be wide open, and I like to be when I'm on the stick.
Glad you mentioned that. Who you got in that fight?
I got Charlo. The first fight was close though. I thought he lost, but
okay. See, keep it real up in here. That's what I'm saying. He did. He lost that first fight. He did. Okay, so he needs to redeem himself, and I'm hoping that he does. But yeah, that I'm looking forward to that fight. Acondo is asking, are you planning to move up to 160? Well, I'm gonna just say, how far do you plan to move up into your career?
I'm for sure gonna move up to 160. I actually take some fights at 168 too. They gotta be fights worth taking. You know, I'm not just taking a fight at 168 or like that because I'm not that tall. So 160 for sure, but I'll pick and choose fights at 168 that makes the most sense.
Okay, all right, okay. We have somebody in here that's asking for Conwell versus Sue.
Man, I just seen the fight with Terrell Gachet. I think I actually like Terrell a lot, man. You know, we from the same city, so I actually like Terrell a lot. And when he knocked him down the first round, I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like he can finish him, but you know, the fight went a whole nother way after that. But I love it. I love that Zoo fight, to be honest, man. I ain't gonna lie. I see a lot of flaws in this game, but I think it'd be a barn burner. I think that'd be a good fight, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think that would be real action-packed. I think that'll be a real action-packed fight for you. We have Mr. Frank from the land is asking for you to describe your Rio Olympic experience. He says he remembers Brazil had some of them living real foul over there. So how was it for you?
I was at the on a little Olympic base, so you know they had everything right for us over there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really too bad. It was really like high-rise apartment buildings.
Okay.
And each country had like their own little high-rise, so everybody just be in like one big apartment, the whole team.
Okay.
I think it was pretty cool.
Okay, good. You didn't have no issues. Excellent. What has your toughest matchup at 154 been thus far?
My toughest matchup? I'll probably have to say it was the fight with Courtney Pennington. He was an experienced dude, and he was real experienced. He knew how to survive real well, and that was my first 10-rounder, so I was in there exhausted. I was in there throwing bombs, and I haven't really adjusted. I feel like that was one of my toughest fights. So.
How difficult is that? Because I know you guys train in the gym, and you know when you first get started, you start off with the 4-round fights, then you go to 6, then you go to 8, and then you go to 10. How difficult is it? Because you cannot, I mean, you can try to emulate what's going to happen during the fight, but during the actual fight, you have all kind of emotions and adrenaline and all kind of stuff you're trying to manage. How difficult really is that to go from a 6-round fight to maybe an 8-round or 10-round fight?
To be honest,
train for that.
To be honest, it's really just about pacing yourself. I mean, sometimes you don't know what to really expect in the ring, so you got to prepare for everything. But for the best, I feel like for the fighter, just knowing their pace and what's the best pace for them to fight. But you never know, you might have somebody come out at you the first round, and you don't get a chance to really pace yourself, so you got to prepare for that. But for me, I just really feel like pacing myself and just slowly just turn it on and on and on and on, and bringing more and more and more as the fight go on, as I wear down my opponent, or as the time just goes by.
Do you have a strength and conditioning coach?
That's what I was gonna ask. Do you have?
No, we don't. We really like self-maintain our camp. Maybe one day I'll get one, but right now we really self-maintain. Everything I do, we do with our coaches. We don't really got a strength and conditioning. We just know how the body works and how to get in shape and what type of vitamins and minerals and stuff to take to get you the best,
Okay.
Work with us.
Okay. All right. Friend?
You stole my question, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, speaking of like keeping your body healthy, like in between your fights and stuff, like how do you keep your weight? Do you stay in the gym, stay close to weight, or do you pack on, be walking around looking?
I be having a 40-year-old body. That's my fight. I be eating. I like to eat, but I try to stay in shape as much as I can. I try to go out, but the food just be so good, man. You can't turn it down. But I'm trying to transition myself to stop that lifestyle and live like a more strict and have a more strict diet. But that's like one of the hardest things so far. And the whole boxing is like staying strict with my diet outside of when I'm boxing.
When you're training.
Yeah.
I'm a foodie too. I love to eat.
What you like to eat?
It's a hobby.
What's the thing that gets you in between fights the most?
Give me everything. I ain't gonna lie. Just give me everything. I mean, to be honest, I try not to eat a lot of meat, pork. I don't eat no pork. I don't try to eat a lot of red meat. But other than that, man, whatever they cooking, I'm eating, and I'm going to everybody's house and going.
Joe, you cannot do that between these fights.
You leaving with a plate? Are you leaving with a plate, or you just going to their house?
He's leaving with a plate.
You leaving with a plate?
House and getting the plate, and I'm going through your refrigerator, your cabinets. I'm taking your snacks.
I know you ain't
Joe.
Like that.
Joe said he's snatching snacks and everything. Golly.
And I'm taking something to go.
Oh, you gotta come to Texas then. We eat down here. We eat.
Man, I've been trying to get down there. I actually want to move to Texas or Vegas. That's like one of my go-to things in like 2023 or 2024. I want to move to Texas.
What part of Texas?
I haven't thought about that. I ain't go down there and visit. I got to visit Dallas and Houston, San Antonio. I got to just visit the different cities. But Texas.
That's so surprising that you said that. Everybody say Austin. When they talk about Texas, the first place everybody want to go is Austin.
He ain't no Austin kind of guy. He's a Dallas, Houston kind of guy.
And that's the only like really ones I hear about, because the Charlo brothers and Errol Spence, and I heard that's a lot of good work out there. But I ain't know about Austin.
I was gonna say I'm going to project that you go to Dallas.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna project that you end up in a boxing gym in Dallas. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna project on your life. That's what I'm gonna speak into your life today. That's what I'm gonna say.
Or you could end up down there in Houston, because there's a gym in Houston that I'm sure they love to see you in quite often. I don't know, they might not want that work. That's a tough workout.
Man,
they
got them boys down there in Texas though, man. They got some heavy hitters down there in Texas, so they ain't worried about little old me.
Either way, come on down. Come on down. Come on down. And y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Tell the folks, tell your people, come on in the room. So, let's see. What else do we have? Oh. Julius Streeter says, he spelled your name wrong, but Conwell versus Lara. What do you think about that matchup?
I think that's a good matchup, to be honest. It's stylistically, he like a real good footwork, but I think he's on the back leg of his career.
Right.
Older. so it ain't as much as effective. But he's still a real smart boxer and a real good fighter. So that's definitely a fight I entertain.
Okay. I think Frank from the land is from Cleveland because, honey, he firing off these questions left and right for you. He says, Cleveland not being a big boxing hub, do you feel like you're getting the amount of love and support from the city?
I mean, like you said, Cleveland ain't a real big boxing hub. I feel like they only, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they only mess with people who popping on social media, you know what I mean? There's a lot of social media boxing going on nowadays. So if you ain't media the hardest or the heaviest, they don't really know you. But I feel like I got a lot of support in my city, to be honest, but it can always be more. I feel like I can always have more support. I feel like I can always have more people viewing it and just, asking about me and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, there's a few Vegas people scattered in here, and it's a whole lot of Texas people in here that you appealing to. So earn your fans in your cities, because they gonna come out and support you for sure.
Definitely coming. Definitely. Phenomenal Mexican says, Tank or Rolly, short yellow school bus Ramiro. Phenomenal Mexican, you cutting up today, okay? But that is a fight that's coming up, that's had a lot of buzz. They had their first press conference. A lot to be said about said press conference we'll talk about. But if you had to choose, especially after watching, did you watch the press conference? Let me ask you.
I watched the highlights of the press conference.
Okay, so did I. After watching the highlights of the press conference, how did you feel about that, or what did you think about? And I'll start. I'll give my thoughts about that. I didn't feel like I've heard a lot of people saying that they felt like Rolly was scared and he looked frightened and all of that. For some reason, I didn't get that. I just got that he had taken his medicine today. And he was a little bit more mellow than we're used to seeing him. But I didn't get fear and scared from him. And I think people are basing it on the outrageousness of the initial press conference when he had on the fur and looked the fool and just was talking all outside the box and whatnot. Mm-hmm. For some reason, I don't know. I just didn't get fear from him. I just felt like he actually took his meds today. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think he was a little nervous up there. I ain't gonna lie. Nervous. Tank pressed him real hard up there.
He did.
He didn't walk away. He didn't like shy away. He stood right there, but you can just tell by his demeanor he was nervous. Like, dang, he really getting on some street gangster stuff with me now. Like, I gotta really, you know what I'm saying? Let me chill out before he end up punching me in my face right here or something. But I don't think he was scared because the fight already happened. He ain't scared of him clearly, but he was nervous up there for sure.
What you think, BOXIANA?
I keep telling y'all, he holding something. I can say he looked nervous all he wants to. His chin to neck ratio told me everything that I needed to know. Y'all gonna be shook because everybody keeps saying Tank finna go, and I want Tank to win. I hate Rolly. Like, I'm not saying that.
I like Rolly. Saying it. I like Rolly.
I can't. I hate Rolly. It's I don't know. It's just something about him. I can't quite put my finger on it. But Rolly, I don't like him. But Rolly is giving some, I don't want to say that word. The strength that he's holding, only special people have those. Okay? And all I'm just gonna say is I hope Tank is prepared, because Rolly been fighting these little unknown people, saving it. Y'all forget, Rolly was an MMA fighter first.
Oh, there.
Yes, Rolly was an MMA fighter first. So Tank better come in there with all his Wheaties on, because that chin to neck ratio, y'all, everybody had to pay attention to it, because it's not gonna happen like it ain't gonna happen like that for him.
I was taken aback because it seemed as if the roles were reversed, because in the first press conference, it was like Tank didn't even really want to be there. Mm-hmm. He was way subdued. He didn't have all that energy. And it seemed like the roles were reversed. And Tank had all the energy. I was almost like, dude, are you gonna kiss him? Like, he was up on him way too close. I was like, wait a minute.
I think that that Floyd Mayweather stuff coming into play too a little bit with promotional thing. You know, he leaving Floyd, so I think that makes it more emotional of how he's coming.
Yeah, he's agitated. You could tell he was agitated.
Yeah. And you said a thing. He finna go and beat the shit out of Rolly because he mad at Floyd.
Yeah. That's another. He definitely trying to make a statement just for that reason. But don't get me wrong though, Rolly is cracking. Everybody told me Rolly hit hard, so
he does.
You can't just go in there playing thinking it's sweet. But I don't know. I think Tank gonna win.
It's a reason he hit hard. Everybody saw it at that press conference. All y'all had to do was pay attention. He got a different kind of strength. Only special people have that kind of strength. And he got to be careful because we all know Tank is Tank, Silver Teeth Tank. But if Rolly hit as hard as my brain is telling me that he hit, it's going to be a very interesting night.
I think it's going to be an interesting night. Yeah, somebody going to sleep. Whoever connects, it's going to be a very interesting night. And I just want to say that suit that he had on looked like Harlequin. And if y'all are not familiar with who Harlequin is, go just go and Google Harlequin and the gift of many coats. And Harlequin, he was known for fooling his master. So I don't know what's going on over there in the money team camp. I don't know what kind of shenanigans are being played. I don't know. But if Rolly takes this opportunity seriously, he could fool the plans that they have or that they have had for Tank for all this time. He could actually just turn the table over on all of that.
And it's going to be real different. If Tank get in there and struggle with Rolly, the world is going to have a whole lot
to say.
They're going to have a lot of questions.
I think Tank struggle with, I ain't going to say he struggled with him. I think Tank, I ain't going to say carry him either, but I just don't think Tank really let his hands go as much as he, but he always get him out of there. He got that real power. It don't matter what round it is, he can get you out of there. So, but he don't let his hands go. That's another reason I think it's going to be a fight too, because Tank don't throw too many punches early in the fight. And I think Rolly going to try to come out a little fast.
We shall see. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting. It has been a very interesting kickoff to their upcoming fight. We also not talked about, but we have another fight. Your friend is on the undercard of Lubin and Fundora. What in the world was going on in that press conference where he jumped off stage and just charged it? What the hell is going on? And I like Harrison. He tickles the hell out of me, but what happened?
I think another fighter was talking crazy and he threw a rubber duck at him, calling him a duck. Luis Arias.
Why is he even in there? What?
Disturbed before another fight, I guess, trying to make a way for another fight. But Tony had to bring out that real Detroit spirit out on him. Tony thought Luis thought he was playing. Tony had the real.
He wasn't playing.
Some people thought it was fake. I thought that was real to me.
To me too.
Like that.
Yeah, to me too. And the reason why I knew he wasn't playing was because he wasn't talking like he normally talks. Normally, when he talking shit, you know, when he having a good time, just talking shit and whatnot. He wasn't freely talking. He was like, okay, yeah, all right. And then he was up and it was on. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, that man, exactly, drama. We have Miko. Thank you. You gals is so beautiful. Oh my. Well, thank you, Miko. We appreciate it. Thank you. BOXIANA, you have anything else?
Yeah, look, it's so many fights this weekend. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to keep up with this. You know, Triple G and Murata is this weekend.
Gonna be woke to even watch that. All right, that's like
I gotta set my alarm for that. I think
it come on at like 2, right?
It's 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning, depending on where you are.
I don't know.
I'm exhausted that one.
Yeah.
But I don't think,
who y'all got?
Hey, no, my brother was out sparring with Murata before. I don't know. Triple G ain't really been looking. He ain't been acting, and this last couple fights, he ain't did his best, but he's still a world champ. I think he's gonna do good. I think he gonna win, but I think it's not gonna be as easy as he think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna knock him out.
Okay. He looked good on the scale. I
Yeah,
will say
yeah.
that. He looked real good on the scale. I went and watched their weigh in. He looked real nice on the scale. So, I mean,
Well,
they've
you
been
know who he
postponing this
didn't
fight
look
for a
good
long time.
against?
Say that again.
He didn't. He can look good on the fucking scales. He didn't look good against the Derevchenko. Derevchenko was beating Triple G.
You didn't see him this time?
Yeah, and he's still finna go in there and get his ass touched on, friend.
I mean, he might because he's older, but he looked the part. He looked good.
Why he trying to fight Canelo again? Man? He's trying to get a payday, man. I think he gonna
That's
get
what
stopped.
that last one.
He gonna get stopped. He gonna retire after that.
Yes, he is. I was finna say something. He's trying to fuck around and find out. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he gonna get stopped and he gonna go ahead and call it a quit.
I would too. I mean,
yeah, he 40.
He 40. He
Right.
needs to sit down anyway. I mean, that man is 40. So like BOXIANA said, there are some really good fights, really interesting fights. We have also Ryan Garcia's fighting this weekend. I saw that weigh in. I was pleasantly surprised to see all the weigh-ins for the most part. Everybody was very respectful for the weigh-ins. The only tension was at the press conference with Tank and Rolly. But for the most part this weekend, everybody was respectful of their opponents. And it seems like it's going to be just a really good fight weekend. BOXIANA, how do you feel about this Ryan Garcia Tago fight?
Honestly, I like watching Twitter and a lot of the drama unfold on like Charles said, these are internet fighters now. So they start a lot of their fight on the internet. Homeboy, that's the opponent, Tago. How you say his name? Is it Tago?
I say Tago.
Tago. He been talking that shit to Ryan Garcia.
Is he now?
Yes, ma'am. I retweeted something a couple of days ago, but yeah. He was like, he likes to talk his mess to Ryan. So I don't know. We might have unknown Nicothelio on our hands, and I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised.
I think is Ryan Garcia moving us to 140 because I see this fight with catchweight, or is he staying at 135?
See, we be having an argument around here on why Ryan Garcia ain't back in the ring. My theory is he can't make that weight no more.
You don't think so?
It's impossible for him to do. Ryan Garcia is big as shit. Have y'all seen him?
No, I ain't never seen him in real life.
Man, that boy, he big. He is big.
So what he gonna do at 140? That's what I'm thinking. What he gonna do at 140?
People have so much faith that, listen, the Zone posted this flyer thing today, had Ryan Garcia up in there with all the greats, like greats like Mike Tyson and high greats. Like they had him in that type of area, but I don't know why everybody likes Ryan Garcia so much. I can't get into it.
Me either. He got to fight somebody. Look at you. Yeah, I know. Me either. We're not gonna even give him that much time. I don't until he fights somebody and figure out, like you said, BOXIANA, what weight class he's gonna be at. Lion Ryan can move around somewhere.
Exhibit A, Karma said her friend went to the weigh-in and he don't look close to weight. Ryan Garcia is big, y'all. Ooh. He been big for a little minute, but he know his angles, bad bitch weight. He know his angles. So he doing it because you ain't never seen no pictures of Ryan Garcia where he always moving or his weight is always at an angle. Ryan Garcia been that big for a minute. He can't make that 135 no more. It's a struggle.
Yeah, I need to go on up then.
Yeah, he gonna have to move on up. But I'm eager to see if he ain't fighting nobody at 135, who he gonna fight at 140 if he move up?
He can't go nowhere. It's a lot of people. It's people good at every weight class. Ain't no hiding and running in boxing.
Ain't no hiding and running unless you're gonna blatantly do it, which is what has been going on, and folks are tired of that at this point. Right. He's been blatantly hiding and ducking and dodging, and yeah, y'all can tell that live. Y'all want to.
Ryan Garcia, he do always be clipping people though. I gotta give it to him. He will clip you on the scary side, like on some quick stuff.
Yeah, he has potential, but you gotta fight though. You can't keep fighting bus drivers and shit. You got to fight somebody.
You're right.
So we'll see. We'll see. That should be interesting as well. He's been out of the ring for a while. He had he's coming off. This is his first fight back from several medical issues.
Right.
And so we'll see. We'll see how he does. Also, let me go back real quick before I touch on Mikaela Mayer. Did Tank have surgery on that hand after he fought Pitbull?
I don't know that.
Because didn't they say he hurt his hand? Wasn't that the thing? He broke his hand?
He broke it. I don't know if it was broken or it was really, really swollen. I remember seeing a picture of the hand after the fight. That's why him knocking Pitbull Cruz out was questionable, because everybody said he hurt his hand.
Yeah.
But don't Tank got power in both hands, don't he?
Yeah.
That's what they say. But I'm going to ask the chat, did he have surgery on that hand, or is it just healing up, or what's the deal with that hand with Tank? Because I was thinking to myself, if he had surgery, then it's really a quick turnaround for him to be having this fight with Broly. So I don't really think he had surgery. Did he just hurt the hand, or was that something they just told us? How he didn't knock him out, or what? What really was going on? I don't know.
That hand was really messed up. The hand was really messed up after the fight. That I believe.
Okay.
And we saw him hurt it. And he nursed that hand for the rest of the fight.
He
made it through it, but he was nursing the shit out that hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think you would have knocked him out if his hand wasn't messed up?
I don't think he was going to knock that hard-headed man out. No.
Yeah, he had some tight defense.
No, I don't think he was going to knock that hard-headed man out. I just don't really
think if that hand wasn't messed up, he would have caught him. Because Tank do lean to putting in power in more in one hand than the other. So once he lost that one hand, it was shit to go with that second hand. I think he need to practice more putting that power in that other hand just in case emergencies happen.
Well, I was just going to say, if he's anything like his mentor, he better watch them hands, because them hands, Lloyd had issues with those hands in his career. So if he hits as hard as they say, I'm sure this probably won't be the last time that he bruises bones or whatnot.
Speaking of mentors, do y'all think Tank gonna leave Floyd since they arguing in public?
Of course.
Now,
of course.
Tank deleting tweets.
You think he leaving this time for real?
Yeah, he gonna stay with PBC, out him and them, but
okay. All right. I don't know. I'm gonna believe it when I see it. I don't know. Something in me is telling me that this may all be in collusion, to get sales for this fight. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to wait and see it to believe it, is what I'm gonna say. If he does leave, kudos to him for taking over and taking the reins of his career. And I'm gonna be very eager to see who he decides to fight next if he does leave Mayweather. But I don't know. I'm just not convinced quite yet that he's going to leave. I don't know. And I don't know why either. I don't know why. Let's see. Who do we have? We have my boxing husband, BFTV Boxing Champ with the Queen. Salute. Thank you for coming through, BF. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a lot of people that are saying they don't think he had surgery, but some let me see. He says he doesn't think he had surgery, but some breaks don't require surgery. And Jay Good said that was in December. Kenneth Johnson says, I don't think he had surgery. It was a bone bruise. So maybe not. Maybe he didn't need surgery, but I'm really getting more excited about that fight. I wasn't excited about it. I thought it was a horrible matchup. Not a horrible matchup. I just thought that, Rolly I thought Tank was beyond fighting Rolly at this point. That's what I felt. But hey, who knows? Another fight, and we don't give the ladies enough airtime, but there's a good matchup this weekend. We have Mikaela Mayer, and she's fighting Han on Top Rank. That's going to be on ESPN tomorrow. Mikaela looked ripped. Did you watch her weigh in? Mikaela looked ripped. She looks good. She looks ready. And on the undercard, We have Jenny Fuchs. I think that's how you say her last name. Jenny Fuchs. This is her first professional debut. She trains right here in Houston, Texas. So I will be tuned in. I'm not sure if she fights for Probellum or not. I'm not sure who she fights for.
Top Rank.
She's with Top Rank too. Okay. So yeah, we have the women turning up tomorrow as well. So we have a stacked card of boxing tomorrow. BOXIANA, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I want to see that fight tomorrow because I want to see Alicia Baumgartner come with the shit. Cause you know
think she gonna be there?
Oh, I know she gonna be there. And if she ain't, she gonna be live or something
on Twitter. Yeah,
something interrupting that flow. Like Alicia, she wants all the smoke. Like she ain't turning it down at all.
I went to the Olympics with Mikaela and Alicia. You know, she trained with Tony Harrison, so I see her a lot too. So I think that'd be a real good matchup.
Man, I think so.
Gotta happen though. It gotta happen. I don't want it not to happen.
It has to happen. It's too much. They go back and forth too much for it not to happen. Like BOXIANA said, Alicia wants all the smoke, and I'm gonna fan the fire. I'm gonna fan that fire. Yeah, I want that smoke to happen. I want that fight to happen because guess what? Mikaela don't bar either. She be talking her good shit too.
Mm-hmm. That's a good fight for real.
It is
a good fight. I think.
You watch the women?
Yeah, I watch women boxing. I watched Alicia fight when she knocked out the girl over there. And then I seen Mikaela last fight when she fought Harmadouche. That fight was so action packed. That was a good fight.
Ooh.
Fight.
I was in my house I was like this.
They was in good shape for that. They going non-stop the whole fight.
Cause they went the whole fight just like they started.
From 1 to 12. It was non-stop. Yeah, Karma Serene. Me too. I'm rooting for Jennifer Hahn, my Texan sister. She's gonna get her a beat, but I'm still rooting for her.
I don't know who Jennifer Hahn is, so I can't really say. I don't really know much.
You know what? I saw her at the weigh-in, and after they weigh in and did the face-off, she put a T-shirt on, and I saw the Texas emblem on her T-shirt. I was like, oh, okay. I think I remember her. Is she from San Antonio, Karma? Yeah, she got beat by somebody else too, didn't she? Did she lose to somebody? Okay, all right, okay.
Listen, I don't know how soon it's gonna be.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be like when Amanda Serrano fought that girl before that last fight. Did you see him?
You talking about Amanda Serrano when she fought in Cleveland, or when
she had on the baby blue Jays?
Yeah,
that was in Cleveland.
Yes,
on the Jake Paul undercard.
Yeah. Were you on the undercard?
I fought on that card.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
How'd you like the experience of the Jake Paul experience? Like,
right.
Hey, he bringing them people out. I don't care what nobody say. And he really like. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people say he bad for boxing. I think he good for boxing though. I think he put a lot of people on, put a lot of people in good positions to further their career. So I really mess with Jake Paul though the long way.
Okay, now let me ask you this: did you get to reap the benefits of that extra pay that he put on the boxers?
For sure, that's why. I really messed with him for that. He looked out for every fighter. So that was
okay. Listen, I understand. You're supposed to be in that man.
Not even just that, because he blew Amanda Serrano up. You know, Montana Love, he from Cleveland. He blew Montana Love up. So he blowing up a lot of people. He blowing up a lot of fighters, and I think he put a lot of spotlight on female boxing. I think he's doing his thing though in the boxing world. And
I can't be mad at him.
And he even trying to get them UFC boys in there and get better paydays. So
he seems to be saying and doing all the right stuff on top of the antics. So initially, I was not a fan. My God, I was so not a fan. But once he got the notoriety and once he got the spotlight on him, he did good things with it. So I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it at all. I can't be mad at that. And Writing Yogi says something. He is a natural promoter. That is his niche. Absolutely. He is doing what Floyd isn't. If that makes any sense to anybody. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. Friends, you got anything else?
Look, yeah, we did a whole coverall and then some. We did. This was fun, Charles. We had fun. You're gonna have to come back here. Like, we always invite everybody back. I hope you had a good time with us. Like, this is what we do every Friday.
This was a natural conversation right here.
It's what we do.
And plus, y'all know a lot about boxing. I didn't really expect that. Women don't really watch boxing. My girl only like watching me. She don't really like boxing, so it's good to know women really watch boxing and support boxing.
Yep, look, and you got to bring her up in here with us.
Yeah, bring her up here. Tell her she should have been watching. Yeah, we love boxing, and we realize that we are in the limited few. But you know what? Us doing this show, we find that it's a lot of women that actually watch boxing because they're all up and through our chat and stuff. So, you know, we're trying to grow boxing a little bit from the female perspective too, because we look at it a little bit differently than men do. We looking at everything. Like I said, we listening to what you're walking out to. We looking at what you got on once you get in there. We're looking at the press conference, your energy. I'm seeing stuff that, you know, I don't know. What
y'all think about that? My last one, females, Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. What y'all think about that?
I'm ready.
Go ahead, friend. Go ahead.
Ready. That's my fight I've been waiting on. Clarissa's finna beat her up. I have a thing about Eddie Hearn's female fighters. They all lunch ladies to me. So, with that being said, Clarissa from the Bricks, she finna show up and show out. Yeah. Savannah Marshall gonna come in there with her natural. Y'all see what happened to Katie Taylor?
Yeah.
She was a lunch lady too. She got in there with some real shit. Got put right in the airplane mode. I'm lit for it.
Both of them fights that Katie Taylor had, I thought, especially that first one, I thought she lost that mug. That girl was on her heels.
On her scalp, wasn't she?
Man, I'm like,
I'm happy for both of them, really, but really for Clarissa. She's been chasing this girl. This is the only one. This is the one somebody in the world that has any one up on her, and albeit from the amateurs, you want to get your fucking get back.
Right.
So she's been chasing this down. I hope she get. I'm glad they both met the requirements. You know, they both beat the fighters that they were supposed to beat, so that they can make this clash, and they're both gonna get paid doing it. That's a big thing too. Like you said, Jake is putting women on. These women need to get their coins too. So Clarissa has been on her heels. You know, Katie was on her heels. Savannah was on her heels. You know, she came to her fight talking the noise that she can talk. Clarissa pulled up on hers, baby hair and all. She, you know, bust up in the ring. What you want to do? I love it. Right. I love it. Can't wait to see it. I want Clarissa to put them hands, knees, and elbows on her ass so we can just dead this whole conversation. You know, it won't be a conversation anymore after that. Right. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
I got one more question. Who y'all got, Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor? Who y'all got?
I was just gonna correct myself because I seen somebody trying to correct me. No, I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Amanda Serrano finna do the same thing to Terry Harper to Katie Taylor. Listen,
everybody who I ever heard talk about Amanda Serrano, they say she hit hard.
You can look and see she hit hard. I don't know how them women be sitting up in that ring with her for more than 6 rounds.
Y'all want to know why? Because she is on criminal activity. Y'all pay attention to her feet when she in the ring. Anybody to show up in Jordans, I put in a request for this fight. I wrote on her Twitter like 2-3 days in a row. I need to see you in all black Nike Air Forces, black laces. Man. Just all black Nike Air Forces. If she come out in them, it's a wrap.
Serrano is talented, super talented. And I really think this is going to be the performance where she gets the knockout that she's been looking for. Because it's been a little while since she knocked somebody out. So I think she's going to showcase on old Katie. I think she gonna put in a little showcase on old Katie. I'm hoping so anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But thank you for coming through. We really appreciate it.
I had fun.
Good.
Good. And after I get this dub or right before the fight, that's
Absolutely.
You better come back here, because if you don't come back here, we're gonna have to figure out what's going on. We're gonna have to figure out what's going on.
I'm gonna be back for sure. I like this podcast a lot. I like talking to y'all. It was fun.
Absolutely. We enjoyed having you. We have our last super chat, and Writing Yelly says, love you, beautiful girls. We ladies live and breathe boxing. It's great to find my girls. We thank you.
Yes, we do.
We thank you for finding us. And yes, we do. We love boxing. Love it. Love it. Don't run up. Don't run up. Yeah, we love boxing. Anyway, thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate it. You come back anytime. Let us know. And we'll be looking for whoever your next opponent is on May 5th, Probellum card. And we'll be there to support as always. BOXIANA, you want to close out the show? Or do you have anything else? Let the people know where they can find you on Twitter and IG.
Okay, yeah, y'all can all find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, at Charles Conwell, just plain Charles Conwell. Okay.
BOXIANA?
Appreciate y'all for coming out. Charles, this was great. Yeah. We really appreciate it. The welcome door is open always. So like you said, whenever, however, whatever, if you just free a Friday and you want to just pull up, let somebody know so we can shoot you what you need to get here. So
thank y'all. I appreciate y'all a lot.
Bye, y'all. Have a great weekend. Good night.
See you.